Roofing projects are messy, so you're probably wanting to know how roofers like us keep things clean. By the end of this video, you'll know how roofers keep your property clean by preparing before the job and following up after. The first step that your company should take to protect your property is to document exactly how everything was when they got there. More sophisticated roofers will take pictures of everything around the house, any damage that might already exist, as well as anything breakable. That way, if anything does break, they'll know exactly what happened, how it happened, and when it happened. The crew should also start by placing tarps over sensitive areas of the house, like over porches and in front of windows, really anywhere that debris will be falling from the roof. The tarp should cover the face of the house and down over the ground where the debris will land. This way it'll be much easier for the crew to see and clean up the nails and other old materials that have fallen to the ground. If there are even more sensitive areas around the home, like an HVAC unit or a special garden, be sure to let your contractor know. They may be able to take special care around those places, even put together boards in a structure that may help protect them from falling debris. The roofing crew should also have the dumpster delivered to the job site the morning of the replacement so that they have a place to store all of the discarded materials in an organized way. During the tear-off, the materials should be periodically gathered and put into the dumpster, and the area where they were should also be cleaned up. When everything is taken down from the roof, the crew will focus on making sure that everything is cleaned up before they start opening up the packages for the new roofing materials. On top of the roof, there will likely be someone either sweeping or blowing off the roof to make sure that all the debris gets off now, instead of coming down later when it rains next. The same should be done with your gutters. Debris may get stuck in them, especially if leaves or pine straw have already been in there. That step is especially important as gutter clogs can cause a lot of havoc later on if they get backed up when it rains. Water can work its way back underneath shingles and start to rot the decking and fascia in those areas. Immediately following the installation, the crew will start looking around more closely for bits of shingles and loose nails around the property. This will include checking beds of pine straw for nails, as well as shaking out the gutter spouts to make sure everything got through the way it should. The team will also sweep the yard with magnets that will more easily pick up nails and dispose of them in the dumpster. One quick note, if you're able to, it's a good idea to cut your grass shortly before you get a roof replacement done. The short grass will make it much easier for the crew to spot any fallen nails and make it easier for the magnet to grab them through the grass. Once this is all wrapped up, a truck will come to take the dumpster, the crew will gather all their tools, and leave your property looking good as new, complete with a new roof on top. When you work with a roofing company that cares about the work they do and your feelings about them, they'll likely do an inspection of the new roof and your property. Most of the time, these inspections will happen the day after the replacement so that your project manager can take photos of the work, make sure all the gutters and areas got cleaned out, and answer any questions that you may have about the next steps into the process. Now that you've learned about how roofing companies keep your property clean, I hope you're starting to feel more confident taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.